All right, so I'm going to teach you how to add people to your network and how to invite people to your challenges and to this business. So, today we're going to cover a few things. I'm going to go over what my daily to do list looks like, how to add people to your network, and then how to really invite these people to be a part of what we're doing. So I wanted to share this quote with you because I just love it. I like things to happen, and if they don't happen, I like to make them happen. So I want to teach you how to make it happen with your business. So let's start by talking about the daily to-do list. I want to know right now, when you open up your laptop to go to work, what is the first thing that you do? So I was asked this question with some of my coaches, and one of them said, I check the back office to see if I have any free customers. And then another one said, I check in my emails and I respond to people. Well, if you want to move your business, the first three things you should be doing are adding three people to your network, inviting three people, and starting conversations with three people. And I'm telling you this because these are the three things that are going to push your business forward. I'm going to give you the list of everything that you should be doing daily for your business. But if you are crunched on time, get these three things done first, because these are also things that can go unnoticed. Or, you're talking to people, getting to know them, and then you need to take the dog out or you need to pick up the kids from school. And then suddenly you've never invited anyone this week or this day. And then over time, that adds up. So I want you to also think about adding three people a day to your network is adding 90 people a month to your network. So they're going to start seeing your posts. If you're not adding people, you're going to just be talking to the same people over and over and over again. So you do have to add three people a day, which is 90 people a month that you'll be adding to your network, which is pretty awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead now and cover the power of threes. I really am trying to keep things simple for me and my team. If you know me, I love to-do lists. I love checklists. I love big lists. I'm just crazy about that kind of stuff. But this business needs to stay simple so we can be consistent with it, because there are no secrets to growing this business. It takes time and consistency. So let's go through the power of threes. This is something I believe Coach Annie Reed created. I will share in the comments a link to her video and also to this form and to a form that you can use on your Google Drive account. But the power of threes is awesome because it's really simple. In that first column and category, so for Monday, adding friends. So these are where you're going to add friends. And in this box, you can write down their name. You can write down their hashtag, or their, not hashtag, their whatever that's called, their Instagram name, their Twitter handle, that's what it's called. You can write that in there. Or, if I'm adding on Facebook, I do write down their URL. So mine is, facebook.com/Allison.Blaker. So I would write in there Allison.Blaker for Monday. So, you want to write down and use this as a tool. And you can also do it in a spreadsheet if it's easier. Then I want you to go ahead and message three people. And this is just a message saying, hey, how's it going? I thought of you the other day, or thanks for adding me as a friend. I saw we had this in common and I wanted to just connect. Just something simple, just saying hi. Then the next step is doing those invites. So when we say invite, we're inviting to tons of different things. You can be inviting to a What is Coaching webinar. You can be inviting to a free group. You can be inviting to try Shakeology samples or do a shake challenge or a regular fitness challenge, a 21-day fix group. There's so many ways you can invite people. And then, of course, you're going to need to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up, so you have to do follow-ups because people are watching to see how serious you are as well. If you invite someone and then you just disappear, they think, oh, they don't really care. Then how does that look for you if you're saying, I want to invite you and guide you through this business, and then you disappear, or I want to invite you and help you with this challenge and you never follow up? It doesn't show that you're being consistent. So make sure you're following up. And a little trick here is you can write. So say you start a conversation with someone on Monday, then you invite them on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, make a little note in the follow-up that says follow up with whoever that person is. So use this to help you keep track of your follow-ups. And then, of course, invite to the coaching business. We have such an amazing opportunity, and so many times people are afraid to invite to this business. I don't know why. I mean, I know I was in the beginning, but now that I've seen what it's done for me and for my coaches in my life, it's way easier, and I don't get it when people don't invite to the business. But in the beginning, it is scary because you're still unsure and you're getting to know things and you don't know all the answers. But that's okay. We have enough training and tools to help you grow your team and your coaches. So just invite, give them that chance. And so make sure you're making it a goal to invite at least 3 to 5 people a week to the business. And then the last cool thing about the power of threes is that if you sell 3 challenge packs in a month, that's Success Club 5. That's 3 new people you're helping. So the power of threes is powerful and it's simple. And I think you should start doing it right away if you aren't doing something like it already. So now I want to go into my daily to-do list. So I have this on my whiteboard or my bulletin board. I'm looking at it now. It says Power of Threes, Shakeology, check in with groups, personal development, social media post, give value. So I've just wrote it all out for you. So that first thing, like I said, is adding 3 new people to your list. And I'm gonna teach you how to do that today. And I wrote mega list here or Mac Daddy list, whatever you want to call it, because you should have a list of at least 100 names by now that you're consistently adding to. You can have it handwritten, but I do recommend putting it up in the Google Drive or in some kind of, spreadsheet so you can search names and you can access it easier. Then next thing you do, like I said, you invite those 3 people using a third-party tool. And the third-party tools are actually, the videos corporate does, or if you record a What is Coaching call or video, inviting to the sneak peek groups or to the free groups, whatever that is, but just inviting. And then start those conversations. Start 3 new conversations a day. Super simple, but also, like I said, easy to not do. Follow up with 3 people. And then I challenge you to invite 1 person to the business a day. That would put you at 5 a week. And inviting to five people a week, I just learned this over the weekend that if you invite 20 people, about 5 of them are going to watch or pay attention and 2 will sign up. So make sure that you are inviting to this business. Of course, personal development, I think this is one of the first things that slides, but it's one of the most important things to growing yourself in your business. So make sure you find a way to fit 10 pages in, or you're listening to 15 minutes of audio, whether that means you're in the car. I listen to it on the way to the gym now. Really just make sure that you are staying plugged in to personal development and you're always working on yourself. Then, of course, work out, drink Shakeology. That's a no-brainer. Takes pictures to use on social media. So this is fun. Just take random pictures throughout the day. I take pictures of my coffee and I take pictures of my outfit, or I take pictures of my dog or me working out. Just always be taking pictures. You don't have to use them all in one day, but you want to have pictures so you can start to add text to it and make them your own. And then, of course, every day do 3 engaging posts. So when I say this, this does not mean post your link 3 times a day. This means you're posting questions, you're getting to know people, you're asking for feedback, you're, giving people some positive quotes or things that you're learning about, you're sharing that with people, and you're giving them a little sneak peek at your life. Think of your Facebook page. I heard someone say this once, as your own reality TV show. So give them little clips of your life and, send them some positivity. And then, of course, check in with your Facebook groups. If you're overwhelmed with being in too many groups, make sure that you are putting your groups in your favorites and you're turning off notifications. And then you just know that every day that you go in and you check on, those groups that you're in right now. For example, I check in with my coaches, my team. I check in with my challengers. I have a sneak peek group running, and then I think that's it right now. So I always know the groups that are running each week, and I check in those right away in the morning and at night. So put that on your to-do list. So I know this sounds like a lot, but it really doesn't take that much time. The more you do it, the more you just can figure out systems and things that work, like copying and pasting certain things, or just doing it quickly. It shouldn't take that long just to say hi to someone or to add a person. So let's talk about adding people to your network. Before we get started on this, I want to go over a little bit of prep work here. So I want you to just know to only pick 2 forms of social media to use and to study. So I'm going to share with you a couple different options, but find ones that you find fun and then dive in deep. So I personally right now am using a like page and I am using Instagram. I used to just use my Facebook and I used Twitter for a while. Then I used my Facebook and I'm still trying to do some YouTube. So I always pick 2 that I really focus on. So then once you've done that, make sure that all of your accounts are set up nicely. So that means your profile picture should be a headshot of you smiling. People, if they're adding you or you're going to add friends and your picture is your dog, it's hard to connect with a random dog. So make sure that you're smiling and that you also make your profile information about you. You are your brand and you are the CEO of your own business. So my profile does not say Beachbody Coach, because what happens when you're scrolling on Instagram, for example, and you see Tiffany Wraps? Do you want to add her as a friend, or do you automatically think Tiffany is going to start to sell me wraps if I add her? So I really want you to think about your profile. You can say you're an online fitness coach, you have your own business, whatever you want to do, but I recommend not putting Beachbody links in your profiles at all. I like to have my website there, and on my Instagram I have my like page, so I'm connecting with people there. But just make sure you go through and take that time to set up all your accounts. Now, the next thing for prep work is doing some hashtags. So this is going to come in handy if you're using Instagram and Twitter. So think about 5 to 10 hashtags that fit you, that you're always going to use. For example, I'm a Tone It Up girl. I'm a bride in 2015, and I love Joel Osteen. So those are 3 that I can always on all my pictures post, because that's part of who I am. So think of at least 5 to 10 that just fit you. And then when you are using social media, I just wanted to put this picture up as an example of what other hashtags I would use. So I could say, I was wearing Asics. I could say hashtag Lucy, Lululemon, Tone It Up, Polar FT60, iPhone. You can say tons of different hashtags that relate to what you're doing as well, so that people can find you who are similar to you. And then pages. I want you to take some time. This is going to be for Facebook. I want you to think about, what are your favorites? What TV shows do you like? Celebrities, movies, books, brands, activities. Take some time to just brainstorm. What are things that you like? The goal here when you're adding people to your network is to find like-minded people that you just click with. This past weekend, I had the honor of meeting some of my coaches who I met on social media in person. And nothing is cooler than the feeling of meeting someone for the first time and you just click. You know each other already. You have so much in common. I mean, it's crazy. Like, you're just meeting people online, but that's where we are in today's society. We do a lot of things online now. And so when you're putting yourself out there on social media, make sure that you're being you and you're looking for people who have similar interests as you, so that the friendships are natural there. So I'm going to now go into Facebook. So let's talk about adding people on Facebook. One thing I want to say it now is that if you do not keep track of who you're adding and you add too many people, you can end up in Facebook jail, which means you won't be able to add any friends. So make sure that you're writing down people's names and when and where you've added them. So like I said, what I do is I write down their URL, and I only add about 2 to 5, 3 is my magic number, people a day on my Facebook page. And one way that I'll do this is I'll search friends of friends. So you can see here, I was searching friends of friends who like Shape Up with Allison. Friends of a specific person, so then you already have a mutual friend in common. Facebook even tells you people you may know. Look at those. Some of them might be friends from college or high school or different things like that. So people I may know, if you have a lot of friends in common, they usually recommend people for you. And then of course, pages you like. So go on those pages. Like, I like Shark Tank. So I would go on Shark Tank and I'd see who's commenting on the pictures, and you can reply to them right there and just start chatting and start conversations. Another thing you can do is join groups. What do you like? So this is funny. When I was first presenting this, I was on stage talking about my Morkie, and people didn't know what that was. So I'm telling you, I am in a Morkie group, which is for dogs. I'm not a big Mork and Mindy fan. I've watched the show once when I was younger, but Morkies is a breed of dog. He's a Maltese and a Yorkie together. So I'm in a Morkie group. It's hilarious. It's all people post funny pictures of their cute little dogs all the time. So join groups of things that you like. You know, I'm in a Zumba instructors group. I'm in a different fitness group format that I teach. So find groups with people that you have things in common with. And then I'm also, this is a whole nother topic, but I do run like page ads so that when people like my like page, the only way I can talk to them is they have to message me first, or I can click on their name and their URL. I'll switch to my personal page, paste it in there, and then I can see them from my personal page and I can add them as a friend. And I usually add them as a friend first because otherwise it'll go into their other folder, and then I'll message them saying, hey, thanks for liking my Shape Up with Allison page. I just wanted to say hi and see, you know, if you're into health and fitness too. Super simple. So I wanted to show you this other little picture is how you can delete your friend requests. So they used to not have this feature, but Facebook's always changing. So like I said, study your social media. But you're gonna click on that little person in the corner and it'll show you all your friend requests. Scroll down to the bottom and it'll say see all. And then this will pop up and you'll see respond to your requests, or there's that little blue line that says view sent requests. So what I do is on Fridays, I go in and click on that, and anyone who hasn't added me yet, I just cancel them out. So I cancel within a week, or you can do it every couple days, whatever works for you. So now let's talk about adding people on Twitter. So I used to use Twitter a lot. I don't use it as much now, but it's a great way. I have coaches that use it a lot. It's a great way to still connect with a lot of people. So one way you can find people on Twitter is search hashtags. So we wrote out those hashtags earlier. Now you can search, you can see how it says discover up there. Click on that and you can search your hashtag and follow 8 to 10 of those people. And whoever follows you back, write down their name and start talking to them. Or another thing you can do is you can go to a Twitter account you like MyFitnessPal, click on followers, and then you can see they have 108,000 followers. That's 108,000 people who are also using MyFitnessPal like I am. So I can click on that and see who the people are, and people that look like your kind of people, you can favorite their tweets, you can follow them, you can reply, so start connecting there. On Twitter, you can only message people if they're following you back. So make sure they're following you back. And the main goal here is to still connect with them and get their contact information and move them to Facebook or email. So always with Twitter, write down their Twitter handle, their name, the date you added them, and how you found them. So when you're starting conversations, you remember who they are and what they like. So now let's go into Instagram. So Instagram, you can use on your phone, but I'm going to show you how you can use it on your computer. Iconosquare is a site where you'll go to Iconosquare and it'll ask for your Instagram stuff and it'll sync it all together. And so if you look down at that picture, you can see same thing. You can search hashtags. And Shalene Johnson recommends liking 5 pictures and commenting on 3 of them. And these are genuine comments. Please do not be the spammer person. I cannot stand when people write very cool and it's like a picture of, I had a coffee mug. It wasn't very cool. Like I would have said something else. I don't know. You can tell when there's fake comments. Or don't be that person that says, hey, check out my link in my bio on everybody's page. I just delete those people because those are spam comments. So when you comment on pictures, ask them where they got things. Tell them like, great job, like with your workout or whatever you're searching. Be genuine. Or you can follow people on this as well. So you can search your hashtag and then it'll pop up, and follow Instagram accounts that you like. Another thing you can do is look at your favorite accounts and see who is interacting. So who is on my favorite account posting and commenting, and then go to their account and start to talk with them on there. So same thing, write down the name, their Instagram username, their real name, how you found them, and the date. And this is tricky. You know, I had this question asked, how do you talk to people on Instagram? Well, I like to still get them to Facebook or email. So when I do a post, once every other week or once a week about a challenge or that kind of thing, I'll have them comment with their email. Or I'll say email shapeupwithalison@gmail.com. So that's how I do it. There is an Instagram Messenger, but to send messages, you have to send a picture. So I did try this, but the problem with Instagram Messenger right now is it doesn't notify you if you have any messages. So I tried it with a couple people and I talked to them for a little bit, but it's still kind of tricky to really build that conversation. So if you're chatting with someone back and forth on Instagram, say, hey, can you send me an email so we can chat more? Or are you on Facebook too so we can chat more? Just try to connect with them somewhere else. It makes it a little easier. So more ways to add new contacts. In person, you can talk to people in real life. You can smile and get to know them. My Fitness Pal has tons of people using it. Spark People, both are fitness-minded pages. Pinterest. I haven't mastered Pinterest yet, but I do know you can talk to people through Pinterest and on their pins and on pictures. Tumblr. Cody is another weight loss site that I haven't personally used, but I've heard about. Then there is YouTube, so you can comment and reply with people on YouTube. And then, of course, Google Plus. That's another new, I haven't studied it yet. Like I said, pick two that you like and that are fun and study them and meet lots of people. So now, how do you invite? I really want to stress this before we get into it. Build the relationship first. Hopefully you've heard a form. It's a Danny Johnson term. Family, occupation, recreation, message. So while you're building the relationship, ask them questions. Get to know about their family life, what they do, what did they go to school for, what did they do this past weekend, what do they spend their time doing, what keeps them busy. There's so many questions that you can ask people before you're allowed to send them that message. Get to know them first. And one thing I want to add here is don't get hung up in talking to them for weeks and weeks at a time. You do want to get to know them, but at some point just like take the plunge and invite them. Or if they ask you, it might, like if they say, well, what do you do for work? Then it's easy to kind of say, well, I'm an online fitness coach and I have my own business. Have you ever heard of P90X and Insanity? And then that kind of gets the ball rolling. So build a relationship first and friends first, business second. So always go into every conversation genuine and just getting to know people and to build friendships and recommend things. If I'm talking to another bride to be, we can talk about wedding tips and share things with each other. So people can tell if you go into conversations with an agenda. So don't do that. Just be open to what will happen and just be yourself. And another thing is start by building value and trust. Offer a free challenge. What are your gifts and talents? What do people always ask you for help with? What are you passionate about? So when I'm adding people from my like page, they don't know anything about me, really. So I like to do free challenges so I can show them, like, I'm a personal trainer and I've been doing this forever and I love it. I want to show you what I do and how I can help. I have a coach running a grocery budgeting group this week. What are you passionate about? And use that to share with people and to help them in different ways. It doesn't always have to be fitness related. Okay, so how to invite. I do one picture like this, one picture. Maybe I should do two, but once a week or whenever I'm promoting my group, I'll do a promotional picture like this. So post one picture, but then we're going to go into inviting one-on-one. But if you are using a picture, make sure it pops, the color's bright, it's easy to read. I like to show before and afters a lot for fitness ones. So, put it out there, but then we're going to go into one-on-one inviting. So here are 3 different ways to invite. I'm not going to read them all out loud, but basically you can screenshot and save them and then put them in a file so you can copy and paste them. But you're just inviting people and saying, like, I'm running this group and I'd want to see if you're interested. Super casual. Just ask the question, put it out there. Same thing with the business. The first one I got from Mindy Wonder, but you're basically just saying, like, hey, have you ever considered being a coach? I think you'd be awesome at it because you really rocked it in our 5-day challenge. Or, because your Facebook page is always so positive that I'm inspired by it. And I think it would really benefit you because You told me you wanted to pay off some debt. If you want more information, let me know and I'll send you the details. Keep it simple and just, look for what they need and if they are going to be a good fit for your business. And then just put it out there because you never know. And then another one I posted on here was how to invite to a sneak peek group. So, show them it's a behind the scenes thing. So just let them know that it's super casual. You can watch videos and comment and meet some of the team. And I'd love for you to join us. Let me know what you think. So just invite to the business. You have to just go for it. You're not going to get better at it if you don't do it. And I know I've done it the wrong way in the past. I at one point was inviting people and they're like, are you, well, I had a friend message me back say, I think your account got spammed because you just sent me this P90X stuff. And, so make sure that you're talking to people, getting to know them first, and then you're inviting them. So keys to success. The answer is no if you don't ask, which is what I was just saying. You never know who is watching you and who needs this opportunity. Don't prejudge people. Some people are super healthy, but they need an extra income. Or maybe they're super healthy, but they're tired all the time. They need more energy. You never know. So just ask. Or you never know. They could be just watching and waiting. Also know no means not right now. If they say no, a lot of times it's not a good time for them. So that doesn't mean never again. Keep following up. Sometimes it takes 7 exposures for someone to sign up. So if they say no, maybe in a couple months, invite them to a free group and then invite them to a sneak peek group. Just always keep building relationships and keeping it going. Then I, of course, want to remind you, add 3 people, invite 3 people, start 3 conversations. Like put that in front of your face right now. I'm about to finish this, recording this and do it myself. But those are those top 3 things to do every day. Build relationships. I put up this picture because my coach Stephanie in the turquoise or mint green, whatever you want to call it, we met on Facebook. We had something in common. I sent her messages, and at first she was like, I don't know about this girl. I don't really know her. And I kept following up with her and checking back and talking to her, and she signed up to be a coach, and she's now one of my best friends. She is also getting married this year. She's also going to Bora Bora this year, and we have so much in common. She grew up a dancer her whole life like me. It's just crazy that you can meet these people. And then she met Leandra and Aaron, and they're also 2 of my closest friends now. And we all met on social media. So I know in the beginning, especially when you're starting out, it can seem weird. Like, oh, I'm just adding these random people and I don't know what's going to happen here. But just have an open mind, be yourself, and have fun. Like, these people can turn out to be your business partners, and they can turn out to have tons of stuff in common with you. And it's so much fun when you find those people. And if you never asked them or never looked out for them or never added them to your network, you wouldn't have met them. So I personally met my coach. She added me randomly on Facebook. I accepted it. And I just watched what she was doing. And one day I was like, I need to do that. So just keep adding people, have fun with it, build relationships. You can do it too. So just get to work, get your power of 3s done, and I hope this helps.